Hi friends, welcome back to our series of sessions on Mission Motivate Million Minds. Today we shall be discussing on the waves that DeepSeek is making in the globe for the last 2 to 3 days. Let's understand what exactly is this and how this AI disruption no one saw coming, and how DeepSeek R1 is redefining the global AI race. That's exactly what we should be knowing. We have seen for years, OpenAI, Google DeepMind, and Anthropic have dominated the artificial intelligence space, but DeepSeek R1 just changed the game. Now, what makes DeepSeek R1 different? How is it able to rival models like GPT-4, Claude 3, and Gemini while being significantly cheaper? Let's see a breakdown of everything you need to know about DeepSeek R1 in this video. So the key highlights are it's ultra low cost. It is estimated at 5% of what competitors spend on the training. And it's massive 671 billion parameters competing with top models. It's open source advantage. It's free to use and modify. And global AI disruption, a new player reshaping the artificial intelligence landscape. This isn't another AI model. It's faster, cheaper, and optimized for efficiency, challenging the AI industry's biggest players. And here is the headline grabbing the statistics. DeepSeek R1 was trained for just 5.57 million. That's 10 to 100x cheaper than OpenAI's GPT-4, which is estimated to have cost anywhere between $100 million to $500 million to train the LLM model. But what does it matter? AI development just became significantly cheaper. China has officially caught up in the AI race. Big Tech's AI business model is now under threat. But there is more to the story than just efficiency. DeepSeek R1 is deeply integrated with Chinese government narratives, raising data privacy concerns and questions about AI censorship. So how does DeepSeek R1 work? And what does it mean for the future of the AI? Let us break it down. DeepSeek R1 is a reasoning AI model designed for complex problem solving, similar to OpenAI's 0-1 model. It excels in coding, mathematics, and logical reasoning, making it a powerful tool for AI-assisted tasks. But what makes it truly revolutionary is how efficiently it was trained. The breakthrough innovations are DeepSeek MOE, mixture of experts, which activates only relevant neurons for each task, saving computer power. And another is inspired by GPT-4's expert system, but optimized it further. Next one is DeepSeek MLA, which is nothing but multi-head latent attention, which compresses memory usage, making AI interference cheaper and faster. It allows longer context windows with less hardware cost. And the next one is H800 GPU optimization. Trained entirely on H800 GPUs, a weaker alternative to NVIDIA H100s. Custom low-level GPU programming optimized efficiency. Next one is multi-token prediction and load balancing for more efficient training per step, slashing computing costs. And the final one is distillation and knowledge transfer, which is likely extracted knowledge from existing AI models like GPT-4 and Claude, which enhances performance without needing massive training datasets. Then the key takeaways are AI just became massively cheaper to build. DeepSeek R1 proves AI no longer requires massive budgets. This shakes up the AI industry, especially for companies betting on expensive closed source models. But there is a big downside. The hidden problem is DeepSeek R1 is politically aligned. DeepSeek R1 is not just a technological breakthrough, it's a government-aligned model. Built-in censorship promotes Chinese Communist Party views on Taiwan, Hong Kong, Tibet, and other political issues. It suppresses the information that contradicts anything China's official stance. And yes, it can also be jailbroken. Early research shows that internet slang and indirect phrasing can bypass censorship filters. But at its core, DeepSeek R1 is aligned with China's political agenda. That's every one of us should accept it. Then DeepSeek's R1 major privacy risks are using these comes with data security concerns, especially for companies outside China. User data is likely stored in China. Chinese authorities can legally access AI-generated data, and there is no transparency on how user data is protected. What this means for businesses. If you use DeepSeek's cloud-based API, your data could be accessed by Chinese authorities. To mitigate risk, use DeepSeek models on your own hardware, but censorship concerns still remain. Now let's see why DeepSeek R1 is sending shockwaves through the AI industry. DeepSeek R1 is not just another AI model, it's a paradigm shift in AI development. We have seen very recently how NVIDIA's stock's in trouble. Its low-cost training method suggests AI models won't rely on NVIDIA's most expensive chips in the future. That's bad news for NVIDIA's margins. And number two, big tech's AI costs are now a problem. OpenAI, Google, and Anthropic operate on high AI compute costs. DeepSeek just proved AI can be trained for a fraction of the price. And the third one is the US-China AI race just took a turn. The US banned China from using NVIDIA's top-tier AI chips. DeepSeek found a way to work around the ban and still produce a competitive AI model. And the final thoughts, AI just became a geopolitical arms race. DeepSeek R1 is not just an AI model, it's a warning shot to the global AI industry. The cost of AI training is plummeting. China is now an AI superpower. AI models will increasingly reflect political narratives. This is not just about who has the best AI anymore. It's about who controls AI and how it is trained and what values it reflects. AI is moving faster than ever, and the battle for AI dominance is just beginning. Now let's see some of the frequently asked questions on DeepSeek AI R1, which everything need to know. Now the first question is DeepSeek R1 violating the US AI chip ban? No, it's completely legal. DeepSeek used H800 GPUs, which are allowed for export to China. The US banned NVIDIA's H100 and A100 chips, assuming China couldn't train leading models without them. DeepSeek just proved that assumption was wrong. And that raises a big question. Did the chip ban actually make China better at AI? By forcing DeepSeek to work around hardware limitations, they may have innovated faster than expected. The next question is DeepSeek R1 censored? Yes, and this is where things get tricky. Like all AI models built in China, DeepSeek R1 follows strict government regulations. That means it won't answer politically sensitive questions, example on Taiwan, Hong Kong, and Tibet. And it aligns with Chinese government narratives in history and geopolitics. It has built-in censorship filters to block certain responses. However, jailbreaks already exist. Researchers found that by asking the model in internet slang, they could bypass some of the filters. But at the end of the day, the underlying bias still remains. If your use case requires unfiltered AI, this is not the model for you. Can DeepSeek R1 be used outside of China? That's another question to be asked. Technically, yes, but there are major privacy concerns. User data sent to DeepSeek's API is stored in China. China's government can access that data at any time, and it's unclear what security protection, if any, exists. The safest way to use DeepSeek R1, run it on your own servers. If you are spending queries to DeepSeek's cloud, assume your data is not private. Next one, what's the difference between DeepSeek R1 and R10? DeepSeek actually built two models, R10 trained using pure reinforcement learning without human supervision, and R1, a refined version of R10 trained with additional human data for better usability. What's mind-blowing is how R10 learned to reason entirely on its own without human intervention. That's a huge step towards AGI, artificial generic intelligence, and it validates idea that AI can teach itself complex reasoning. The next question is, could DeepSeek R1 be the start of AGI, the artificial general intelligence? It's a step in the direction, but not quite there yet. What makes R1 interesting is that it learned to reason independently through reinforcement learning. It discovered new ways to solve problems without being explicitly programmed, and it suggests the AI training other AIs could be the next big leap in AI development. We are watching the AI takeoff scenario play out in real time. Now, what does this mean for OpenAI and the future of AI? OpenAI is still ahead of all in raw power, but DeepSeek is proving that efficiency is just as important as scale. Here is what happens next. AI models will get cheaper to train. DeepSeek showed that $100 million training budgets aren't necessary. AI will become more accessible. More open-weight models like R1 could lead to a wave of self-hosted, privacy-focused AI tools. And the third one is the AI race is global now. The idea that only US can build top-tier AI is no longer true. DeepSeek isn't leading the AI race yet, but they just changed the game. Now, the final question is DeepSeek R1 the future of AI? DeepSeek R1 is a massive leap forward in AI efficiency and cost reduction. It proves that the AI revolution is not just about raw computing power, it's about engineering smarter models. Now the question is, what's next? Expect more AI breakthroughs from China. US labs will have to innovate beyond just scaling compute. The AI landscape is shifting and fast. We are entering a new phase of AI development, and DeepSeek R1 is just the beginning. Let us gear up for the future, and anything can happen at any moment. And the future is the merger of artificial intelligence and the synthetic biology. And let us all care for it. Thank you very much. Thanks for your